La 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 la. Alright, let's get this started with right now. Alright, science, welcome to the January 19, 2024 issue. Let's get this started with right now. Alright, first of all, we have a few things that we gotta have to mention. First of them being the fact that lost and now found. Let me explain. Now that we found things and we just lost them, like, it's neuroscience. Now, this is named after Donald Hebb, a Canadian psychologist, where the Hebbian potential actually occurs when a stimulus is repeated, where a synapse and target specific connections can actually grow stronger, and then action becomes intuitive and very learned. Now, the characterization of the plasticity of the underlying cellular and molecular mechanisms actually requires the identification of synaptic inputs and target cells. Now, the Gregorian et al. Investigated these receptors, ion channels, and molecular cascades actually are contributing to the long-term potential of the hippocampus of mice while learning, meaning that you could use this method to go ahead and remember where you left your phone, or where you left your backpack, or where you left your glasses. Ugh, that is so scary whenever I lose them. Next up, we're going to talk about social microbes. Now, social microbes themselves is from psychiatry, where, like, social anxiety disorder, the intense feeling of, like, being judged or rejected in social situations, that is literally one of the most common mental disorders in teenagers. Now, sufferers experience severe anxiety or panic attacks in social situations, and because recent data have actually shown that an altered gut microbiome is associated with some psychiatric disorders, which it's all. This guy actually investigated whether gut bacteria could actually play a role in anxiety. Like, does it help create the hormones? Does it help create the substances that create the hormones? Those kind of things. The authors actually transplanted gut microbacteria from social anxiety disorders patients and healthy controls in germ-free mice and performed behavioral and gene expression analysis. Now, yeah, animals transplanted with patient microbiota actually showed mostly normal behavior, except for an increase in social fear associated with the changes in neuropeptide oxytocin in the brain areas associated with fear in interpersonal relationships. Wow, that is pretty good. 4 out of 5, no incident. Nice. Now, last but not least, we're going to have to talk about the risks of the solar-powered groundwater irrigation. Alright, let me explain. Now, emissions reduction may not meet expectations, and groundwater use will likely increase. Solar-powered groundwater irrigation is actually expanding exponentially in low and middle-income countries. I mean, literally, if someone can make a windmill, a dirt poor boy can go ahead and create a windmill that lets his family, his whole community be able to farm getting irrigation water, then you could use it with solar power, right? Now, it is expanding exponentially in low and middle-income countries, like the LMICs. This is creating opportunities and risks. In South Asia, more than 500,000 small standalone pumps have already been installed, like seen in the figures, to be honest. And in sub-Saharan Africa, solar pumps are gaining traction to expand food products and alleviate poverty. And there is optimism about the solar power irrigation helping LMICs meeting their literally meeting their climate change mitigation obligations. But insights from these behavioral sciences and early evidence suggest that such emission reductions are actually complex to calculate and likely lower than assumed, and groundwater pumping is likely to increase, and more from like siloed counting of land, water, and energy, like siloed, apparently it's pronounced siloed, and energy. This is actually used in an integrated assessment frameworks that can help maintain unintended risks to land water resources. Meaning that you can actually use this to go ahead and not blame yourself for like the storm and those kinds of things, but you could just use this opportunity to go ahead and learn about something new, and also just go ahead and care about someone new, not just your daughter. And that's pretty much it that I've actually got you guys. So hopefully you've actually enjoyed this episode as much as I actually enjoyed making this. Hopefully wherever you are going to have a great life. You're going to have a great smile. And you're going to have the great eyesight, and also maybe a pretty good nap or sleep or whatever you're doing. But hey, wherever you are, bye bye, peace, and wear a helmet.